The world's ultra-rich, a tiny fraction of the population, hold a whopping $35 trillion of the world's wealth. With such a vast amount of cash, it's no surprise that a global industry has emerged to cater to their nomadic lifestyles. And as with any elite group, they prefer socializing with their kind. However, as income rises, the pool of like-minded individuals dwindles, pushing the ultra-wealthy to expand their social networks to a global scale. Thus, the informal billionaire's social calendar was born. Welcome back to our channel. Today's video will explore how the wealthiest travel the world. This exclusive calendar starts with a New Year's bash in St. Bart's, followed by the Super Bowl, skiing in Aspen or St. Moritz, and the Masters Golf Tournament in Augusta. May brings the Cannes Film Festival and the Monaco Grand Prix, while July sees the ultra-rich flocking to Wimbledon. The Henley Royal Rowing Regatta in England takes center stage in June and the Venice Film Festival in August. September often sees a return to Monaco for its yacht show, followed by the Frieze London Art Fair in October and the Melbourne Cup in November. The year culminates with Art Basel, Miami Beach just before the St. Bart's New Year's bash. These events are not about the entertainment itself, as the wealthy attendees often care little for the actual events. Instead, these gatherings serve as exclusive spaces where the ultra-rich can mingle with their own kind. The pressure to maintain social status often leads to participation in the billionaire's social calendar, as seen with Jeff Bezos starting his 2022 in St. Bart's with his partner, Lawrence Sanchez. He kicked off the month in style by ringing in the new year on a luxurious yacht off the coast of St. Bart's. From there, he hopped on his pair of G650 jets and traveled across the country to drop off Sanchez in Los Angeles, before returning home to Seattle. But Bezos didn't stay put for long. He spent the next few weeks shuttling between Seattle and Burbank, likely visiting Sanchez along the way. Then on January 13th, things got interesting. Bezos and Sanchez each hopped on one of his private jets and flew to Maui, where Bezos had recently purchased a $78 million vacation home. 4 days later, Bezos flew directly to Washington, D.C., where he owns the biggest home in the district, the largest newspaper in the city, and where his company, Amazon, is constructing its second headquarters across the river in Crystal City, Virginia. While Bezos was likely there for business, it's clear that he has a lot on his plate. Despite his busy schedule, Bezos managed to squeeze in some time for social events, attending the Super Bowl in Los Angeles just 11 days after returning from Maui. It's no surprise that Bezos' luxurious lifestyle required his G650s to fly 29,000 miles or 46,000 kilometers in total throughout January. To fuel this extravagant amount of travel, his jets used about 24,838 gallons or 94,022 liters of fuel, which could have otherwise been used to propel the largest passenger aircraft in the world, an A380, across the world Atlantic from DC to London with 500 passengers all board. But Bezos' travel habits also reflect the larger trend in ultra-luxury travel. As more and more people become ultra-wealthy, the demand for luxury travel is growing rapidly. At the same time, those who are merely wealthy travel less frequently than years past, but spend more than ever when they do travel. These two trends collide head-on, creating a new landscape for luxury travel. It seems that Bezos is right on the cutting edge of this trend, navigating his way through a busy schedule of business and pleasure, while enjoying all the luxury life offers. Data shows that Americans spend more time ever on travel, especially luxurious trips to destinations like Greece. Before COVID, the average spending on a Greek vacation was around $4,871, but it's now up to $6,561. Even though business travel remains weak, airline executives are seeing a remarkable increase in revenue from first and business class tickets, as leisure travelers are willing to pay a premium for more luxurious travel. New York City's ultra-luxury hotel market is also booming, with prices and occupancy rates at an all-time high, and new super premium properties opening up faster than ever. The highly anticipated Amman New York opened in the summer of 2022, with the cheapest room starting at $2,600 a night, but most rooms are priced in the thousands. The Amman's sister property in the Utah desert, Amman-Giri, has also seen prices doubling from $1,400 to $2,800 a night in just 5 years. For those who can't afford these ultra-luxurious vacations, private jet travel is the preferred mode of transportation. In 2021, there was a record high number of 3.3 million private jet flights globally, made possible by on-demand charter companies like Wheels Up, NetJets, and XO, which have simplified one-off private jet charters, making them more accessible for twice-a-year wealthy leisure travelers. The fixed-based operators that service these private jets are also seeing record traffic, leading to more FBOs being developed, pushing up prices for airport real estate and hangars to all-time highs. In the world of ultra-luxury travel, a problem is brewing. Too many people are willing to shell out exorbitant amounts of money for exclusive experiences. The demand is so high that it's outstripping the supply, creating a capacity crunch in the industry. Even the super wealthy find securing the travel experiences they want difficult. This has led to a migration towards private everything, especially yachts. For the ultra-rich, yachts provide the ultimate freedom to travel wherever and whenever they want, with the quality of accommodations they expect. However, even for yacht owners, their travel plans are dictated by the billionaire's calendar. As summer events wind down and temperatures drop in the Mediterranean, a maritime migration of the ultra-rich begins. The wealthiest of the wealthy are turning to private travel options because they simply aren't publicly available travel experiences that are expensive and exclusive enough for them. In fact, they're willing to pay more for a night in a top hotel than most people pay for a month of rent, or more for a 2-hour private flight than most people pay for their cars. The industry is struggling to keep up with the growth in demand, which is leaving some of the ultra-wealthy out in the cold. Some of the yachts are the ultimate symbol of luxury and freedom. But while most yachts are capable of crossing oceans, it's an expensive and impractical feat. That's where yacht-carrying ships come in. These ships operate year-round, connecting the world's yachting hotspots. But in the fall and spring, their focus turns to transatlantic migration. At the end of the Mediterranean season, a flood of yachts descends on ports like Genoa and Palma de Mallorca to be loaded onto one of these ships, with owners paying up to $100,000 for the convenience. Upon arrival in the Caribbean, the ultra-rich can once again access their beloved yachts, providing a gateway to winter events like Art Basel, Miami, and New Year's on St. Bart's. But even the super yacht industry, once a refuge from the constraints of land, is increasingly stuck at sea. With the industry growing faster than ever before, even the most luxurious experiences may become crowded and less exclusive. For instance, at the Yacht Club de Monaco, a night's stay during the summer season will set you back an excellent $275. But if you're hoping to dock there during the Monaco Grand Prix, get ready to shell out over $16,000 a night. And don't even think about bringing your massive 60 or 70 meter vessel unless you're willing to pay a staggering $73,000 a night. But hold on, it's not just about the money, the real challenge is getting in. Club membership requires sponsorship by a member and approval by the admissions committee. And if you're lucky enough to make it in, you'll need to book your berth months in advance for the mid-season. And as for the yacht show, just snagging a berth is only half the battle. You'll need to rub elbows with the elite to ensure your spot is secured. It's a high-stakes game, but the rewards are unparalleled for those willing to pay the price. When it comes to showing off your super yacht, location is everything. And the best spot is always across the way, where onlookers can take in the full profile of your impressive vessel. But getting these prime spots requires more than just having a long boat. It takes years to cultivate a strong relationship with event directors. Navigating these crowded waters can be an expensive pain, but for the super wealthy, it's just another item on their pricey social calendar. Super yacht ownership is no joke, with yearly costs averaging around 10% of the total boat's value. But despite the cost and inefficiency of yachts as a mode of transportation, sales continue to rise. And for many billionaires, the valuable deals made on deck and the relationships cultivated at yacht club bars make the investment worth it, as private aviation and ultra-luxury hotels have become standard in the billionaire's repertoire. So too has yachting. The ultra-wealthy are even getting more creative, with a growing trend towards refitting super yachts over 40 meters for more adventurous trips. These expedition yachts are becoming increasingly popular, from Arctic sojourns to remote prowls across the Pacific. At the end of this trend is the legendary Legend, a former Soviet icebreaker rebuilt as an equally tough and luxurious expedition yacht. With traditional waters busier than ever and the experiential economy booming, it seems that the billionaire's thirst for adventure knows no bounds.